I want to ask you, this is everybody, especially our black community. Do you believe that Dr. Martin Luther King's dream for a better tomorrow, his I Have a Dream speech, do you believe, concerning blacks in America, do you believe that it's dead? I do. I believe that it's almost dead. I'll tell you why. If right here now, and it's the year 2012, if we only have a 40%, if only 40% of the entire population have something as simple as a high school diploma, and black on black violence is the worst in history, where in Chicago 30 to 40 people every week are shot or stabbed and 12 murdered. Do you know, let me tell you something, how bad this is, how dangerous it is that we become our own worst enemy. Over 70,000 blacks have been murdered by other blacks, and about 11 in the last 10 to 11 years. Over 8 or 9,000 blacks have been killed, and 93% of them have been. This has been done by other blacks. This goes to show you the emergency, how tragic this is, how dangerous we've become to each other. And we can sit down and blame the white man. If we can sit down on our behinds and act like we King Kong and Godzilla, and everybody can come into our neighborhoods and take over every mother's child on earth, Arabs, everybody. And I'm not racist, but we have to face a fact. We're dying fast. The AIDS rate is at an all-time high. Do you know a 4-year-old child up in the Bronx, Lloyd Morgan, was shot down, shot in the head? And you know what people didn't want to say? Our child, now this is our future, because without children, you perish. We all know that. That's not rocket science. If we can sit down and say, I don't want to snitch, and throw all kind of hand signs like we Godzilla and King Kong, and we have the intellect of a rat or a dog, do you know how dangerous that is? We're uneducated. There's no respect for our fellow black youth or adults. We don't respect ourselves. We're uneducated. Do you know how dangerous it is? And now, see, when we disrespect ourselves so much, other people disrespect us. Like in Arizona, Jonesboro, Arizona. What is his name? Chavis Carter was pulled over by a police officer by the name of Sergeant Lyle Waterworth, this clown. And now all of a sudden, he has handcuffs on in the back of the car, and he's shot in the right temple. And you know what he said? Somehow he was searched, but he managed to get his hands out of handcuffs and shoot himself. And here's the problem. His mother said he's left-handed. How in the heck do you get out of handcuffs in a police car with these, let's face it, these racist policemen, this racist policeman is watching you? Let's face it, no. It was cold-blooded murder. See, what happened was, we have to stop murdering ourselves. That's what it is. And most of you who go to a jail, whatever crime you committed, 95% of you don't even have enough to buy a lawyer. Do you to pay a lawyer to come and protect you and to represent you in court? This is sad, man. Let me tell you something. We are beginning to be this plain old stupid niggers. That's it. I'm not talking about African American. I'm talking about a nigger who can sit down on the corner, illiterate as hell, violent as all hell, and just as ignorant as he can be, who's not there taking care of his children, because 75% of the black children who are born in a single-parent household. We're being vilified by the media, and we're giving our enemies ammunition to kill us. Look what they're saying about us on the media. I'm going to tell you how tragic this is. If we can pretend to be that hip and cool that we can't even protect our youth, and do you know who killed them? A 17-year-old, a 17-year-old, a 19-year-old, and a 21-year-old were trying to shoot each other. And they were at this park. It was a memorial for another youth who was murdered. 21 shots were fired in this crowded place. Do you see how dangerous this is? And then with voter suppression going on, they don't want you to vote. You can barely read or write. What good are you? You can't operate a machine. You can barely drive a car. What good are you? Don't you know that children are your future? You're supposed to protect your children and your women at all costs. Because if you disrespect yourself, your enemy is going to disrespect you. Let me tell you how sad this was. God help us. We need God in our lives and we need to pray. Let me tell you, it's bad when you had Spanish, the mothers of Spanish thugs out there, and they were crying. I don't know what they were crying no more for. The tragicness that a child, a 4-year-old child was murdered, or how stupid niggas are. Like the old lady said, she said, we've had, during the March of the Civil Rights, we've had dogs sicked on us, water holes turned on us, beaten and killed. But at the rate that what we're doing to ourselves now, she said it's a shame to be black. Instead of these pastors getting up and talking about they don't want to vote for Obama for one reason or another, they should organize marches and go into Chicago, Detroit, New Orleans, New York, and educate our people and stop this violence. Because in 20 years, there's not going to be any blacks anyway. You mean to tell me, are you an African American or are you just a plain old ignorant nigger? What are you, worthless? What's the matter? You have a brain in your head. You have to educate ourselves. You have to go to school. Read and write. Be doctors, lawyers, judges, governors and mayors, even presidents. Who knows, maybe you could find a cure for cancer. But if you're down there shooting each other and talking about, I'm a thug. No, you not. You just a dumb nigger. 99% of us that are in jail for violent crime, even in places like Wisconsin. And I read that out. I was shocked. I didn't know there was any niggers in Wisconsin. So stop the violence. Stop it. Because if Mitt Romney get in there, let me tell you, you'll have a lot more to worry about than another black man. You won't have the chance. Pray, God be with us, and stop this violence before it's stopped by the government. Because if it don't, you're going to have martial law in these black neighborhoods, and it's not going to be nice. God bless you, and pray.